tell me about working with the Coen brothers again and digging deep into the 60s folk scene. How amazing was that?
Well, working with the Coens is the most amazing thing. It's the best. It's the best part of life for me at this point, and because I love making music and I love listening to music. I'm a musician and I love the music world. But to be able to put music and image together and to have these images be this profound, there's no shot in any Coen Brothers movie I've ever seen that doesn't have history in it. That there's not a reason for that shot, and oftentimes a reason that you can relate to. You know what they're talking about. You know why they're there. And so, but at any rate, there's no coast. It's just every moment they fill every frame with as much love.
Yeah, and what's great about this film is that it's so much more than a soundtrack. Obviously, like Oh Brother, the music is integral to the story, but in this case, we get to see entire performances, which is really unusual for a narrative.
It is. It is crazy, and I've been thinking about this today because we've been talking about it all day. But if any other director had come to me and said, we want to do a film about a folk singer and we want to do 3-4 minute whole songs and we want to do it live without any click tracks, we just want to shoot it like a documentary, I would have said, don't do it, you're out of your minds. But with them, you just say, let's go, that sounds fantastic. Because they can pull it off.
Yeah.
It's the riskiest, to make a music film, that is absolutely the riskiest thing you can do. But risk is what separates the artist from the artisan, and they certainly fall on the artist side of that.
Yeah, well, you're a perfect partner for them. Let's talk about the discovery, well, not the discovery, but the finding of Llewyn Davis in Oscar for you, and I'm sure you were, you said he's the real deal and as good as any studio musician you work with.
Well, I wouldn't
say his name, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, Oscar, what I would say about Oscar is he's just flat good. It's a rare person that can both be an actor and a musician. There are very few people. If you think about it, how many have there been? Fred Astaire, Bing Crosby, Justin maybe. I think Justin maybe is going to be like Bing Crosby. He's got a shot at that. But this level of acting, this is like, Brando level acting, and it's like Brando level singing too. Or whatever you would like. Who's a good folk singer from that time? Tom Paxton, or it's like, I wouldn't say it's Dylan level singing because it's a whole other thing, right? It's Dylan's doing it. He's a sorcerer or something. This is another thing.
It was very cool, and it was a great privilege to see the film and hear the music. Want to ask you about the concert, Another Day, Another Time, getting together those artists, and now it's going to air on Showtime and everything.
Well, this is the idea is this music, this folk music, continues to be reinvented, and this is about a period of time when folk music was just getting ready to be reinvented by a musical avatar, and we're in a similar time, a more conscious time because of the way reality is, the path reality's taken, but we're in a time where there's a whole extraordinary group of young musicians who are reinventing this music again, as Dylan did in the 60s. And so we wanted to, because the electronic universe has dismantled the whole structure that went before it without replacing it with anything. These young musicians have no platform. And there aren't clubs anymore, and there aren't, there's not the infrastructure. So one of the things we wanted to do in the wake of this movie is to build a platform for these extraordinary Punch Brothers and Rhiannon Giddens and Milk Carton Kids and the Secret Sisters and the extraordinary acts, the young acts on, the Avett Brothers and Mumford and Sons, of course. But there's a whole range of extraordinary young musicians with no place to play and nobody listening. So that's the problem. Everybody's making music, but nobody's listening. So we need curators and we need venues. So we're going to try to provide some of that.